she was like, hey, you want to come in the room and catch a vibe? And it's obviously, I mean, it's Ariana Grande, so of course.
Of course. Hey, it's your girl, Emily Curl with iHeartRadio, and today we're hanging out with singer, songwriter, and producer, Stanaj. Stanaj, thank you for being here. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Emily?
I'm good. I love the energy that you're bringing to this shoot. Even virtual, I can feel it. Take it back from me, Stanaj. So you were born in Albania, raised in New York City. How did growing up in both of these cultures influence you and your artistry?
Since I'm so involved with the Albanian community, a lot of people think that I was born there, but I was actually born and raised in New York. Growing up, I would go back I would go back every summer. And actually, I was singing Albanian music my whole life, way before I was singing English music. So, you know, a lot of the times, all the people who knew me before I started really doing English music, they knew me as an Albanian artist and singing Albanian music and old folklore songs. But being able to incorporate both into my writing, into sounds, I feel lucky, to be honest, because it is a culture that's one of one, and to be able to kind of sprinkle some of that into the music and let people hear about it, I think it's fire. And you know, there's a couple Albanians crushing it right now, between Dua Lipa, Ava Max, you know, the list goes on, but we're just kind of all incorporating some of the Albanian flavor into it, and it's working.
That's amazing. Now, growing up, did you always know that you wanted to do music? Was that always a thing for you?
Since I could remember. I mean, because when people ask me when I started singing, I didn't even know the answer. I was literally the only thing I could remember singing. So I really never had another option, to be honest. I have other hobbies and things that, you know, down the line I'd want to do. But for me, if it's not singing or doing music, it's my purpose.
It was right. Yeah. Now, you also have a pretty epic story of being discovered by a few major celebs. Can you share that one with us?
Yeah, I mean, so I come to LA, I'm doing the karaoke bars, the open mics, and I'm at an open mic. I sing the song. I sang I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Raitt. And next thing I know, someone was there, post a video on YouTube, on Instagram. And that's what kind of started it. You know, I was living at the motel in Santa Monica, and next thing I know, I'm at, you know, Drake's house, and Kim Kardashian's posting this stuff, and Justin Bieber's coming to the show at the W in Hollywood, and everything kind of just started happening. And this was a couple of years ago now. But for me, I didn't even know how I sounded on a song. Like, I never recorded at that point. So it's kind of been like a slow go, because I really was learning what I wanted to say, what I wanted my music to sound like. And, you know, the fact that this all kind of started so fast, I mean, it's pretty awesome. I'm super grateful and lucky for it. And to have some of the fans I have out here in Hollywood and who I respect and I'm a fan of is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah. I mean, and you're talking about, you know, finding your voice, finding what you want to say as you grow and evolve in your career. Do you feel like where you're at now is like, you feel like you're in a good spot of knowing who you are and knowing the kind of artist you want to be? I've
never been more confident in myself in my life, and not even in a sense of like, not just music, not just, you know, it comes down to the clothes, to my energy, how I walk into a room. Back in the day, I would walk into a room, you know, with so-and-so artist, and I would kind of be like, that's, you know, that's so-and-so or whoever. Where now when I walk into a room, I just feel like I know I belong here, and I know I've put in the work. I know, you know, just having that confidence, which is so important in this industry, and telling yourself, you know I'm dope. And you have to say that. You have to, because if you don't believe it yourself, no one else is going to believe it. And you say it humbly, but, you know, if you don't have that kind of energy, it's going to be really hard for you to have someone else believe in you if you're not believing in yourself. So just that confidence level of, you know, moving, just the way I move, everything is just kind of different. It's very just me. I don't care to impress anyone else other than just do what I got to do.
That's amazing. I also want to talk about your songwriting credits for a second, because you have also worked on some amazing songs, including 3435 by Ariana Grande, which when I found this out, I was freaking out. Tell me about the creation of this one, because this is one of my favorite Ari songs probably ever.
So the way 3435 and Met 'Em Last Night came to be Last year, right before quarantine, I was working with Tommy Brown, who does everything Ariana, and honestly, he's been crushing it with everybody. So I'm working in his studio, and she comes and she's working on her own stuff, and we kind of knew each other before then, but really just high and by. We never really worked with each other. And that day, she was like, "Hey, you want to come in the room and catch a vibe?" And it's obviously, I mean, it's Ariana Grande, so of course.
Of course. Were you nervous at all at this point? Or were you like, okay, I'm ready?
You just have to be okay with anything happening. I just told myself, dude, write the best song you think you could write. And then if it's not it, it's not it. At least you know that you tried your hardest, right? So,
and it's crazy because you literally did write the best song ever.
I hope so. But yeah, so that it's funny because that morning we actually wrote Met 'Em Last Night first. And it was such a vibe. I mean, because that started completely from scratch. And when we were kind of like celebrating afterwards, the song after we wrote it, you know, friends came over and super easy 34-35 just happened with some.
This is all the same day?
This is all in the same day. So
dang.
It was just like a situation where it was just, you know, just a super vibe, good friends. I mean, she is honestly one of one. Her voice is awesome, unbelievable. But overall, like I value her friendship because being arguably one of the biggest stars in the world, to still be so down to earth and just nice is really refreshing to me. So we're really happy with the songs 34-35 and Met 'Em Last Night, such game changers for me. And
that's amazing. Now, did you know that Met 'Em Last Night was going to be on Demi's album? Like, how did that pan out?
It was her and Tommy's idea, and I was in there facilitating and helping. And she mentioned Demi even from the rip. So
really?
That could have been something that was like kind of in her head, like while she was writing it, or because I don't really know Demi like that, and you know, they're friends, and she knows stories, I'm sure, close things that she was probably pulling from. But I think maybe she probably had that from the get-go. She had a little friendship thought in her head, which is awesome, because the fact that she was thinking about her in the middle of a session in Northridge just goes to show how awesome she is and how nice she is.
And now, Stanaj, before we let you go, tell us, what are you currently working on? What can we help support you with in 2021? Give us the lay of the land.
All right. My new single, Last Girlfriend, just came out.
It's such a bop. It's so good.
Thank you. I mean, it's a love song. I love love songs. That's my thing. This whole year, what could I say? I have just a slew of songs coming out. We're going to just keep them pumping, dope visuals, and I think I have a little surprise at the end of the year, so that I'm working on that I can't say just yet. But there's a little salt-based surprise at the end.
Easter egg. Okay. Well, Stanaj, thank you so much for being here. So nice to meet you, and hopefully next time we'll see you in real life at our iHeart Studios.
Thank you, Emily.
Of course. And thank you all for watching. Make sure you stream all of Stanaj's music on iHeartRadio, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.